He's a phantom. Danny Phantom.
I made a video about Danny Phantom returning a while ago, like 2 months ago, but I didn't really go over everything, and in this video I'm going to go over all the evidence and what you can do to help, because it's important for the fans, and this is something that we actually have to work together to achieve, and if we work together then we'll be able to get Danny Phantom back. So just keep watching the video and you'll see why it's probably going to return and what you can do to actually help. So first of all, why did the show get canceled? This is really important because it would say if we could actually get a return. So basically what happened is Butch Hartman, the creator of the show, he was actually getting into new animation techniques, and to do this he needed a lot of money. So basically Danny Phantom took a lot of money to make, and Nickelodeon just pulled the plug on it because it was way too expensive, and combine that with the low fan base at the time, and yeah, I mean, it makes sense Nickelodeon would do that because they're not really making profit. But over time I feel like the fan base for Danny Phantom has rapidly grown, so if Nickelodeon does bring this back, then they can afford to have an expensive budget. Butch Hartman can do these new animating techniques that he really wants to do without a real limit to the money because there's such a huge fan base of Danny Phantom now, and if it does come back, I feel like more people will watch. Also, another hint that the show is returning is that we got new Danny Phantom content in 2017. I talked about this in my other video, but if you haven't seen it, there was a crossover featuring all of Butch Hartman's characters, and Danny Phantom played a major role in that. So basically that shows that all the voice actors and the crew who worked on Danny Phantom, they're open to actually returning on the show. If they made this 2-minute short, that means they still have it in them to make a full series revival, like a season 4 at least.
Sam, take out the trash.
You know how environmentally conscious I am. Tucker, happy birthday!
It's not for 3 months, but thanks.
And so yeah, that's a pretty good hint. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that Butch has made it clear he really likes Danny Phantom. I'm pretty sure it's his favorite show, and he has a YouTube channel. He does a bunch of Danny Phantom videos on there. One of those videos was where he draws Danny Phantom characters 10 years later, and he talks about how people have been wanting the show to return in that video. So yeah, I think he's really interested in Danny Phantom, and I think he would really want to return to that universe. Another important thing worth mentioning is that Nick is open to revivals. This is seen extremely recently, like in the past year. We got Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie. We got a Rocko's Modern Life movie coming up. There's so many old shows coming back as movies or revivals, and I feel like Danny Phantom will work well with that as a series revival, not just a movie. But there's so much more to explore in the Danny Phantom universe, and I think Nickelodeon could see that, and combine that with the fact that there are so many fans, I think it would be a pretty good business decision to bring back the show. Also, there was a podcast that Butch Hartman was on, and he was talking about Danny Phantom and his shows and stuff, and here's a small clip that I think we should all take a closer look at.
Danny Phantom probably has the most rabid fan base of anything. I think of any cartoon, number one, but I think of anything I've ever done for sure, because I'll post something on Twitter or
Sure.
Instagram.
You're great
Hey,
on Twitter, yeah.
Oh, thanks. New Fairly Odd Parents coming up. Bring back Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
Like 12 responses.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm getting
Very
to
passionate.
it. You know, it's but they are very passionate, and it's very exciting to see that too, because that's a whole different show than Fairly Odd Parents.
So he says, bring back Danny Phantom, and then he says, I'm getting to it. Now, I could be reading way too much into this, but that seems like he's actually trying to get Danny Phantom back on Nickelodeon. Like, I feel like he really wants to come back to this universe, but it's up to Nickelodeon to actually decide that because it's their business, and they have to see what shows will work in this modern day period. So there's something you guys can do to actually help Danny Phantom return. This doesn't really confirm that it's going to return, but it does increase the chances, and it shows Nickelodeon that people do want Danny Phantom to come back on their network. So basically, go to the description right now. Under the show more button, I put a link where you can tweet out a specific thing. It'll say basically that you want Danny Phantom to return. You just need a Twitter account to tweet it. The people at Nickelodeon will notice how many people want Danny Phantom to return. So the more people that do this, the better. Tell your friends, tell everyone to watch this video right here, and tweet the link in the description. But I really hope you guys do this because it's going to be something that's amazing, and I think a Danny Phantom return would turn out awesome. Anyway, that's all for this video. Be sure to give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.